What would you do if you couldn't watch the Lions every week? Unbelievable what's going on right now.
You are Locked On Lions, your daily Detroit Lions podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's going on, everybody? Matt Derry with you. It is a Wednesday edition of Locked On Lions right here on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. This is the first day of May, Wednesday, May 1st. It's going to be May into Thursday, May 2nd. Thanks for making us your first listen and checking us out wherever you get your podcast. That includes watching for free and subscribing on our Locked On Lions YouTube channel, where we have over 11,000 subscribers. We appreciate our everydayers who are out there that check out the show, whether it's audio-wise, wherever you get your podcasts, or on YouTube. Thanks for making us part of your day, each and every day, right here on Locked On Lions. We're brought to you today by the Gametime app. Download the Gametime app to get tickets to anything you want. Create an account and use the code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. You can follow us on Twitter at Derry Speaks, at Locked On Lions, Matt Derry Facebook fan page where we post the podcast every day, and again, watching us on YouTube. Tomorrow, Ross Tucker of the Ross Tucker Podcast, CBS Sports, Westwood One, the former NFL offensive lineman, is set to join us tomorrow. We love Ross. We're going to have Ross on the show tomorrow, talk all things Lions, draft, and everything else with a big fella, who, of course, was in town for that Lions-Rams game. I got to see him up in the press box. He's just such a great dude. So we appreciate Ross, and we'll have him on tomorrow. Likely next week, I'm thinking Bradford Banta, Andrew Siciliano. So a lot to cover over the next few weeks here on Locked On Lions. All right, so I got to get into this right out of the chute here. This is unbelievable and unprecedented. We are in the middle of baseball season. Baseball season is now in full swing. We're a month in. Tigers are playing. They're doing all right. They have their best month of April in years. They're 17-13. They're only a couple games out of first place. And word started trickling out last night, and then I received an email today from Xfinity. Because, yes, I have not cut the cord yet. I am an Xfinity customer, Comcast, whatever you want to call it. Bally's Sports Detroit and Diamond Sports Group that owns Bally's, they couldn't come to an agreement with Comcast. So today, as I record right now, the Tigers are playing, and I can go upstairs. I'm in my office basement here. I could go upstairs, turn on the television, and if I want to watch the Detroit Tigers game, I can't watch it. It's blacked out. Bally's no longer exists on my cable, on my TV provider. I have some friends that have YouTube TV, can't get it. Got to download the Bally Sports Detroit app. I believe I could do that and pay extra. Regardless, I want to keep it basic, because a lot of you are going to watch this and go, why don't you just do this? Why don't you do that? I know. I'm telling you, as somebody that pays money monthly, hundreds of dollars, to have Xfinity, cable, and internet, and all of these things, and to not be able to watch the local professional sports teams, Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers on Bally's right now, in the middle of the season, is maybe some of the worst business of all time on everybody's part. Comcast's part, Bally's part, Major League Baseball. We are in a town right now with our football team where the Detroit Lions are so king, so number one, so on top of everybody's mind. The new uniforms, the popular players, the love for Dan Campbell, the fact that the team won 14 games. Imagine, if you will, not being able to watch every Sunday your favorite football team. Could you imagine? Could you imagine there being a circumstance? And I know Tigers play 162 games. The Lions play 17, soon to be 18. Could you imagine not being able to watch your Lions? But see, here's the thing. The NFL has talked about moving games to streaming. There's been rumors about Amazon and TV contracts, and eventually maybe the Super Bowl would have to be streamed. All right. But right here, right now, 2024. Last year was the 2023 season. You always know the Lions are going to be on Fox, CBS, NBC. If it's a Thursday Amazon game, one of the local channels picks it up. You are able to turn on your television. Let's use me as an example. You are able to go upstairs in your house, go downstairs in your house, wherever you have televisions. And if you have cable, if you have YouTube TV, whatever it is, you get your local channel and you watch your football team. Major League Baseball, again, is so far behind the National Football League. It's not even funny. And you're talking to a guy that watches like every Cleveland Guardians game. I love baseball. I'm as big a baseball fan as there is. I sat last night and watched from 8:10 to 11:40 my team lose 10-9 in extra innings to the Houston Astros. I watched every pitch. I flipped back and forth. I did flip over to the Knicks game, the Pacers game. I was, flipping around a little bit, but mostly I kept going back for the pitches. I love baseball. And so today, I feel for some of you that are also not double dip, but if you're a Lions fan, you love the Tigers. My guy, Jake Woloch. I love Jake. Jake's all over social media. Jake, I don't know if you're watching the show or listening. Shout out to an everydayer like Jake. This guy is a diehard Detroit sports fan. Loves his Tigers. He's a big Oakland fan. Shout out, by the way, to Eric Pogue. Good luck, buddy. We love you. But seriously, Jake is a guy that wouldn't want to miss a game. And what if he has Comcast? What if he doesn't want to cut the cord? What if it's worked for him? What if he's got things in his DVR he doesn't want to get rid of? What if that's his routine? I mean, how many millions of subscribers and customers do we have in this area that aren't able to watch the Tigers? Could you imagine not being able to watch a Lions game because somehow the channel just was gone? It would never happen because the NFL knows better. The NFL wouldn't do that to their fans. I truly believe that. Where is Major League Baseball to step in to go, oh, hold on a second here. Diamond Sports Group, Tigers, put the game on channel 50. Put the game on channel 20. The retired 75-year-old male that doesn't miss Tiger games is sitting right now on his couch or somewhere, or maybe he's in his car listening to 97.1 so he can follow the game on the radio. And look, the radio broadcast is good. Dan Dickerson, year 25. Go Dan. The game's not on today in my house. They're playing the Cardinals. The NFL would never allow this. They would step in. These disputes, this stuff is total crap. And this town would go ballistic if you couldn't see your football team. Whether they were 0-16 and the Stafford and Calvin teams, or the John Kitten and Calvin team from 2009, all of that. Every week we still watched. And I know it's 17 games compared to 162, but this is outrageous. I truly, truly cannot believe that today, May 1st, nope, deals couldn't get reached. The channel no longer exists. And I can't watch the game. And I have the Major League Baseball extra innings package. I could turn the game online on the MLB app on my Fire Stick. I've got the package. I watched the Guardians and Astros last night. Guess what I can't watch? The Tigers, because it's blacked out in this area on the app. It's gross. It is just gross. And I hope Lion fans understand how lucky they are that their favorite football team is in the NFL. Like their favorite team, the team you love, the NFL would not do this to you. And I know it's big business. I know maybe one day the Super Bowl will be streamed. I don't know. I never thought in a million years the Final Four would be, and the NCAA men's basketball championship game would be on TBS and not on over the network television, regular TV, CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox. It's unbelievable. And Lion fans, could you imagine what social media would look like if somehow, some way the Lion game wasn't on television. And I know back in the day, unless you sold out the Silverdome, they would black out the home games and you'd have to go. That was many, many years ago. But in this day and age of everything on video and being able to see everything and seeing highlights as they happen on Twitter or Instagram, to not be able to see your favorite team is a travesty. Shame on Major League Baseball. Shame on Bally's. All these. It's a train wreck. Train wreck. All right, that's my rant about that. The Detroit Lions nearly traded up for a different player, according to Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated. Who was that player? We will tell you coming up next, and what it really means and what it really tells you about Brad Holmes when it comes to the draft. We'll do that coming up next, right here on Locked On Lions. Passion, drive, and patience. The formula for winning championships is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit, only available to U.S. customers. And hey, we're brought to you today by the Gametime app. Looking for tickets? You want Tiger tickets? You want to go down to Comerica Park? Heck, you want to go to a UFL game and see the Michigan Panthers? You can get whatever you want on the Gametime app. Gametime is also an authorized ticket marketplace of the NBA, which makes it getting playoff tickets even faster and easier. Maybe you're traveling out of town. Oh, wait, I'm going to be doing some business in Indiana tomorrow. I want to go see the Pacers-Bucks Game 6. You can get the tickets right there on the Gametime app and actually go down the closer you get to the tip-off to the game and still get great seats. Killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets. Great thing that I love about the view from your seat in the venue feature on the Gametime app. You move right, you move left. You know exactly where you're sitting. That view from your seat gives you a better, accurate idea of what you're looking for. What about flash deals? Save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or event. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem the code LOCKEDON NFL for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, Locked On Lions, Locked On Podcast Network, Matt Derry with you. It is a Wednesday edition, Wednesday, May the 1st. Ross Tucker will join us tomorrow. If you missed Trevor Sikkema yesterday from Pro Football Focus, he gave the Lions an A grade. And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. We're working on something with the NFC North hosts. Lauren Cox, Locked On Bears, Luke Braun, Locked On Vikings, and the very dastardly Peter Bukowski, Mr. Bitterman himself, host of Locked On Packers, might do some sort of little draft crossover soon. So stay tuned for that. Knowing Peter Bukowski, he probably gave the Lions draft an F, knowing how bitter he is and how jealous he is that the Lions, not his Packers, are the NFC North champions. All right, so Albert Breer wrote in his column on SI.com the other day that the Lions not only traded up to get Terrion Arnold from 29 to 24, and that Brad Holmes was stunned, shocked that Arnold was still on the board. But it turns out Lions were going to be trading up for another player if they didn't get Arnold. Breer writes in SI.com, quote, Detroit had actually laid groundwork for a trade-up. I believe Missouri defensive end Darius Robinson was the target, which made it easy to pivot and get aggressive in going from number 29 to number 24 to land a falling Arnold. End quote. That is from Albert Breer. Now, Darius Robinson, the pride of Canton High School and Detroit, played at Missouri, edge rusher, kind of play all over the defensive line, ended up going 27th overall to the Arizona Cardinals. So the Lions would have had to have moved from 29 to 27 if they wanted Darius Robinson and if the Terrion Arnold thing didn't end up working out. Now, first and foremost, what does this mean? Well, first of all, we know this. Brad Holmes' number one target was Terrion Arnold. He wanted him. He went up and got him. Going up 5 spots, trading a future third, trading a third-round pick, and all of that. But if he couldn't get Arnold, or if Arnold was off the board, according to Albert Breer, wanted Darius Robinson. Now, what does this mean? Some of you are going to go, now, wait a minute. What? They took a corner. Why wouldn't you just stay at 29 and take another corner? Whether it was Nate Wiggins, Cooper DeJean, heck, you could have gotten Ennis Rakestraw at 29. The way I view this report is the following. Brad Holmes does not care about position. And I know that you've heard that before in the positional villain sweatshirts, all that. But in reality, what really this means is Brad Holmes is going to draft Lions. He's going to draft guys that are going to fit this town, this team, this coaching staff, period. Could the Lions have drafted and moved up and gotten Darius Robinson if Arnold was already taken? Yes, it sounds like it. Do I believe Brad Holmes was targeting him? Absolutely. You can never have enough defensive linemen. Lions got a defensive tackle in Wingo from LSU in the 6th round. Darius Robinson interviewed here. Darius Robinson was had a top 30 visit. He also interviewed at the Combine. He also was here for the local day. The Lions picked out a few players, I should say. Arnold, Rakestraw, Vaki. By the way, did anybody notice my Canva graphic yesterday on the Locked On Lions show? Hey, Vaki Town. I want full credit for that. When that kid returns a kickoff for a touchdown in the preseason and the Free Press writes, hey, Vaki Town. No. I came up with that. Sione Vaki. It's Vaki Town. That's mine. Nobody steal that. My everydayers have my back on this. Anyway, Sione Vaki, Darius Robinson, there were guys at the Lions talked to a bunch, whether it was at the Combine, whether it was at the Senior Bowl, individually in Allen Park. And Robinson was one of those guys. But they liked Terrion Arnold better. They weren't trading up to 24 to take Robinson. They were trading up to take Arnold because they thought there was no way in HE double hockey sticks that he would be there. And again, only one other cornerback was taken before him. So, and that was Quinyon Mitchell. So they loved Arnold. It doesn't surprise me that they love Robinson either. Football player, versatile, great guy, wanted to be here, fit what the scheme is all about. I'm still interested in seeing, if Marcus Davenport is that edge guy. Does James Houston take that next step? Do we see more of Josh Pascal playing outside? Do we see more of Kaminsky playing outside? There's a lot of options that the Lions have. But this report, I believe 100%. Because I do believe that the Lions like Darius Robinson a lot. But that's the kind of guy they're looking for. Lunch pail, fits, wants to be here, good in the locker room, great guy. You heard that when Arizona got him at 27. Everybody said, great culture fit, plays hard every snap, just like Jonathan Gannon wants. If you watched the Cardinals last year, and I did as much as I could, Arizona had a crappy roster. Cardinals stink. But you know what? They were in every game. They battled. Gannon did a whale of a job at that team. That was undermanned for a lot of the year. They were in all the games. Played spoiler at the end of the year. So to get a guy like Darius Robinson fits the Cardinals, but also would have fit the Lions as well. And that's why this Sione Vaki thing is interesting, because Vaki is without a position. Is he a running back? Is he a safety? What is he? Well, the Lions are going to utilize him however they can and put him on special teams, and he's the fit. So I can see why they took him. All right, Penei Sewell, of course, just recently signed a brand spanking new 4-year extension with the Lions for $112 million. He said something the other day that I thought was awesome that I wanted to share. We will do that next, right here on Locked On Lions. All right, folks, I was mentioning before, I was watching that Guardians-Astros game last night, lying in bed, and there she is next to me, my wife, playing Monopoly Go. Oh, my gosh. Flag on the play, right? You already talked about Monopoly Go. There's just so much good stuff in this game I've got to tell you about. Monopoly Go, you can team up with friends for timed tournaments where you work together to build up each other's boards. The more you win together, the more awesome prizes you unlock. And there's so much to get. Unique stickers you can trade with friends to complete albums for big prizes. Cool new playing pieces to travel the boards with. Hilarious emojis for taunting friends when you smash their buildings or heist their vaults. Plus, Monopoly Go feels new and exciting every day with constantly changing tournaments and challenges. A ton include their own unique mini games like digging for treasure or a robot pachinko machine. And there's always new timed events that help you win big, like massive multipliers for everything you win or rent frenzies. All right, Monopoly Go is so much fun. There's always something fun to discover in Monopoly Go, so get off the bench, check it out. Download it now for free on Google Play or the App Store. Game on with Monopoly Go. All right, so the Lions have re-signed Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's now the highest paid receiver in the league for now. They have re-signed Penei Sewell. Didn't have to do that, but they extended him anyways. 4 years, $112 million. That's right, $28 million per year for their big right tackle, who is arguably the best right tackle in the league and a complete stud. The other day, the Lions put him up on the podium and had Penei Sewell in front of the media, just the usual stuff. And they asked him about staying in Detroit and why he signed and everything else. And he said, quote, "I don't care about all the accolades or individual awards. I want the big boy, and I want it now." We need it all, Sewell said. I had a conversation with Amon-Ra after we found out that we were getting the contracts and going to sign, and that's our goal, is to hoist that trophy at the end of the day and to just do that, just to win. Bro, there's nothing else to it. All these accolades don't mean nothing. End quote. Let me repeat that again. I want the big boy and I want it now. I've been here since 1996. There have been plenty of Detroit Lion players, whether it's their own guys they re-signed, whether it was some free agents, that were here for the biggest check. They were here for the money. They were here to get paid. All right. Recently, that's not been the case. The Lions have kept their own free agents, and hopefully the next one that they keep is Jared Goff. Again, like we've speculated, he probably wants a 5 in front of that 0, and the Lions are probably offering a 4. All right, so they're at a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Jared Goff's not going anywhere. Jared Goff goes to Kroger, and they're chanting his name. The Jared Goff chants are everywhere. Everywhere. I was at a, where was I recently that they were chanting Jared Goff's name? I think I was at a networking event. People are going, Jared Goff. It's at a networking event. It's nothing to do with sports. But what I love about Penei Sewell is this is how the Lions have been built around players like him. He does not care about bonuses, first team All-Pro, Pro Bowls. He wants the Lombardi Trophy. He wants to win. And not every player is built like that. There are guys thinking about their contracts, which I don't blame them. There are guys thinking about their futures, guys thinking about money, taking care of their families. They should think about those things. But when you have a player that says, this is where I want to be, Detroit, we have a chance to win a Super Bowl, and I want that trophy badly. And he's got a teammate that feels the same way. It's incredible. And that's the kind of culture that has been built, starting with the owner, Sheila Hamp, all the way down to the organization, to, I'm going to say it, Rod Wood, Chris Spielman, Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell. It's working. And you've got players that want to stay. Penei Sewell could have waited. Penei Sewell did not have to sign his contract this year. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he was up coming up after this year. Kind of needed to get that done. All right. But Sewell could have easily said, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to be the first $30 million offensive lineman. But he didn't, because he wants to win a Super Bowl and get these distractions and other things out of the way. I love players like this. This is why Brad Holmes drafted Hutch 2, Sewell 7, St. Brown in the 4th round. These guys all want to win. And this is an organization that is doing it the right way. It's refreshing. My God, it's awesome. It wouldn't surprise me to hear any player say, yeah, I mean, to be the highest paid at my position was something that I was shooting for. St. Brown and Sewell don't care. Did it help? Did their agent want that? Of course. But they're all about winning. And this was an organization for years that was nothing but losing. They were all about losing. They didn't know how to win. These guys are getting a taste of it now, and they're hungry for more. This is not a one-time deal. This is not we made it to the NFC Championship game, and it was great. We're up 17. We're almost there. See how it goes. No. The division's going to be a bitch this year. The Bears' offense is going to be really good if Caleb Williams is good. Now, I still think the Bears will Bears, but like Green Bay's loaded. Their draft was really good. 11 players, bunch of guys on defense, bunch of guys that can fly around the field. What if J.J. McCarthy's a good player? Got a good receiving core, got some talent in Minnesota. Their defense overachieved last year, did a nice job. So it's not going to be easy. Schedule's not going to be easy. But man, this is refreshing to have players here that say, we won a Super Bowl. And that's the first thing they say and the only thing they say. If you're a Lions fan watching this or listening to this show right now, you're through the roof. Your players are staying. There's no controversies. There's no early retirements like 20 and 81 did. So it's pretty awesome. All right, Ross Tucker tomorrow, right here on Locked On Lions. Thanks for making us your first listen, everybody. Checking us out wherever you get your podcasts. We are back again tomorrow.